We have here verse 27 of the 7th chapter of the Gospel of John. The crowds who have been eavesdropping on a conversation between Jesus and the religious leaders are beginning to wonder, based on the fact that the leaders have not basically arrested Jesus or taken some other extraordinary action. They're beginning to speculate that maybe these leaders have actually come to believe that this is the Christ. That, of course, is not what was going on. That's not what was in the minds of these leaders. But on the other hand, they were a little bit perplexed as to just how they might move against Christ, and the crowds are probably interpreting that ambiguity in favor of a hypothesis that probably didn't turn out to be true. But nevertheless, John gives us some insight into it as we come to verse 27, in which John gives us now the strong conjunction, Allah, but the crowds have been speculating maybe the religious leaders are actually coming to believe that this one actually is the Christ, but now in their own minds the crowd is raising objections to that thought. Bala, so the idea here, the strong conjunction, two-tone, demonstrative pronoun, masculine, singular, accusative, so it's going to be the direct object of a verb, and the verb comes here, oidamen. This is from edo, means to know or to see, either one of those. This is the first person plural, perfect active indicative, so we knew and continue to know this one, and what they know about him is pothin. This is a conjunction. It means whence or from where. Esten, this one is, from a me, I am, third person singular. So they're raising the hypothetical possibility that maybe the religious leaders have come to believe that this Jesus of Nazareth is actually the Messiah, and yet the crowd itself is raising objections to that because they think they know whence he is. They know where he came from. And of course they think with respect to the Messiah that it's going to be a different sort of character. Ho, the article here, masculine, singular, nominative, the, and then the soft conjunction, but the Christos, the Messiah, the Christ, hotan, this is a adverb, it means when. So when the Christ, erketai, when the Christ comes, this is the subjunctive now, so it's the third person singular, present active subjunctive. And so when the Christ comes, when he should come, the subjunctive gives a kind of iffy character to it. Oudeis, this is the adjective, it means nothing or no one. Verb here, genoske, so no one. Genoske, knows, present active indicative, third person singular. So no one knows whence, pothen, he is. The Christ is viewed as a kind of mysterious character. When he comes, no one is going to know where he came from. There was a common understanding in the ancient world, in the Jewish world, that the Messiah would come rather suddenly and spectacularly, that it was going to be some kind of breaking in event that would be seen everywhere and known by all with a highly dramatic sort of flavor. They kind of expected something that would comport with the description given to us by the prophet Daniel in chapter 7 of his prophecy regarding the Son of Man. And they thought the arrival of the Messiah would take on character like that. Well, Jesus, of course, didn't seem to fit the bill. They knew where he was from. They knew what they thought was his parentage. They knew his origins and so on. And so they didn't believe that he could be the Messiah, and that made them wonder why the religious leaders would be possibly contemplating that this one actually was the Messiah.